Alright everybody, welcome back to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This time we're starting Act 4. And this is probably the best act out of all of them. I know I say that about all the acts. Like right now I only said that about Act 3, but because that mechanic was cool, fighting each other's armies, you know? But this time we're gonna be using a new mechanic, and it's pretty cool too. It's like the best out of like the best, just really. So let's get well, before we start, I gotta make a quick announcement. So I've noticed that I've got 90 videos on my YouTube channel now, and y'all saw I did like a 50 video special a while back. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, but yeah, I'm definitely doing something, you know. Just keep an eye out. But I can't believe I'm already on Act 4 of this game, because I started this back in July, and now we're already in October. We're already in Act 4, man. Time sure does fly by, but let's get into it, because it's pretty exciting. Pretty pumped for this part. Acting like a child. Yeah, because we both know he wouldn't win. Oh yes, this finally I've been waiting for this since Act 3. Promotion time, baby. Good thing we capped them. It's not hard to cap his level, but do be sure to do that though before Act 4, because you miss it on like all the best stats for him by the end. Really good promotion. Yes, he looks amazing. Vanguard. Okay, yes, finally, this part right here. This is the gimmick of the part 4. You only see this screen once, so think very, very carefully before you do anything else. Okay, so actually, I'm going to explain how this works. So, as she said, the armies are going to be divided up into 3 different groups. You got the Silver Army, which is led by Micaiah, the Grill Army, which is led by Ike, and the Hawk Army, which is led by Tibarn. So, from now on, Micaiah, Ike, and Tibarn are all on the same, are now the main characters, I guess you could say, for this part. You see those green, how should I put it? Those green, square borders around the characters? Yeah, the borders. Those green borders means that those characters are locked in there, like, they're meant to be on that group. You cannot remove them, as you can see. Almost all the Grail mercenaries are kinda like that. Not everyone, but most of them are. And, let's see. So basically what you want to do is mix and match whoever you want to whichever army you want, and that's pretty cool. and then whenever you start that chapter, you'll have that unit there. So generally, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced personally, if you want like the best of the best, the silver army, you're gonna want to take a bunch of like tanks, because like there's a lot of units. Like the silver army just gets a lot of unit spamming, like a lot of them, and reinforcements as well. So definitely, like if you need somebody to hold the line, this is where you're gonna want to bring in either Gatry or Braum if you haven't promoted like I do, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Then what you're gonna do for the Grella army is you're gonna want to bring in your thieves for this one, because they actually get a Fog of War chapter in one of theirs. Each army, I forgot to say this. Each army gets 2 chapters. There's 6 chapters in total, and each army participates in 2. So, like I said, these guys get unit spamming and reinforcements. This army gets a Fog of War chapter, and generally what you would just want to do for this unit is just kind of like bring in your people with a lot of resistance, because there's kind of a lot of mages in this one for this group. And then for the third group, your third group is mainly going to be your Laguz, in my opinion, because that's where you're fighting. You're gonna want, this is the group that's going to be fighting the Laguz units a lot, and what you're probably, it won't make sense right now, but you'll understand later on. There's going to be a chapter full of Laguz and dragons, like just straight up dragons, and another chapter is going to be basically like it's a big chapter where you're going to walk a lot, so definitely like your mounted units are definitely going to benefit here. Your slower units, I'd say your slower units are going to suffer the most here, because the Hawk army gets like the biggest army. They're like made for the Hawks, because they get like just the best movement out of anybody, and so it's like tailored made for them. But yeah, your armored units are going to suffer the most, because these are big maps. There's one map that's like swampy, I guess you could say, and it just completely slows them down to a crawl. So yeah, definitely don't bring that. I know Tyranio's a Lance General, so he's going to be the one that suffers the most here, which is unfortunate because he's locked, but it makes sense why he would be here. Now, if you care about the story, and like really, really care about it, to the point where you just 100%ing like all the cutscenes and everything, make sure you have everybody that was from the Dawn Brigade onto the Silver Army, because there's a bunch of boss dialogue conversations in all their chapters, and there's extra dialogue that you'll miss out if even one of them is missing, so keep an eye out for that. But let me see. And for the Grell army, I believe you want to have Danvid in there. Yeah, because Danvid has some dialogue or something like that. I know there's something involving Danvid. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm actually gonna split this episode into 2 parts. For this part anyway, because this part is gonna take probably like, it's gonna take me a little bit of a while. So I'm gonna really think about who I'm gonna bring here. But next episode, which is gonna be a double upload today, it's gonna be where we actually begin the chapter. So let's see. So mainly the Crimean Knights and the Hawk army are gonna be one army now. That's basically the thing. Whereas the Grill army is just mainly your Grill mercenaries and kind of like the leftovers, and the Silver army is all like the Dane soldiers. So let me think here. I don't know if I want to have Zehark on the Hawk army. For one, I do want to have all the original Dawn Brigade on here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, keep Nilucci here if you're going for 100%ing the game, because he has special dialogue here. And he has a special cutscene too. You're going to miss out on that. Tanith. I'll be completely honest. I don't know if I would bring Tanith to the Silver army. I feel like she would be beneficial more to the Hawk army since she's on a Pegasus. And we already have Sigrun, to be honest. Not that I would be using Tanith anyway. Tell you what, we'll swap her. Alright, so here's what it's going to look like. Let me organize everybody good, because I feel like I'm going to get confused. Do this. Alright, where's Jill at? Okay, here she is. Ooh, do I want to have Jill on the Grill army? I'm not sure if I want to have her in the Grill army or not, to be honest. Should I? Definitely putting Danvid here. I'm definitely bringing Braum. Where is he at? Let me look for him real quick. Oh yeah, first Meg. Meg's gotta be here. Alright. Oh, I see him. Wow. Yeah, definitely bringing Braum. Marcia, I'm probably gonna put her in the Hawk Army because she'll be more useful there. I don't know if I'm even gonna use her, but yeah, she'll definitely be of more use there. Oh yes, the game doesn't tell you this right now, but if you paid attention just now, you might have noticed that Screamer is actually on here on our army, and from now on he's playable. It's just straight up playable. It doesn't tell you that, but yep, he's playable now. We can look at his stats real quick. So you can see, he's pretty good. Since he's not a king, though, he's still affected by the Leguse gauge, so keep that in mind. Making sure everybody's where I want them to be. I don't know if this is where I'm gonna bring Leth or what. I mean, they'll probably be. She'll probably be useful, and so will Mordecai. If I'm being completely honest. Looks good there. Let me go to the Grell Army real quick and see what I'm gonna bring. Okay, we got Ike, Mist, Nyla's playable once again, which is good. She's now permanently playable. There's nobody sitting out. Nothing. From now on, everybody that you see here is permanently playable for the rest of the game. So don't worry about that. So we get Nyla back. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ike gets Ether now from his promotion. I forgot to mention that. And y'all know how Ether works. It's Sol and Luna combined. Okay, we got Soren and Raphael. So you'll notice that each army gets a Heron assigned to them. For the Silver Army, they get the best Heron, Leanne. Grell gets Raphael, which is it's alright. And then Hawk Army gets Racing, which is actually pretty decent, but it would make more sense if Leanne was on their army because of her Canto and just like the ability to maneuver back and forth. But it's alright. Silver Army's okay. We get Titania. Make sure all the Grell mercenaries are, here. Otherwise it's gonna, like, we're missing out on dialogue. Heather's here, which I'm definitely useful for the Fog of War map. I forgot to mention that each army and their respective chapter will have a recruitable unit or two. So for the Silver Army, you'll get a Swordmaster or a True Blade. I think it's actually a Swordmaster. For the Grell Army, you get a certain Sage that we've met before. And for the Hawk Army, you'll get a thief. Or sorry, what are they called? A rogue. You'll get a rogue, but make sure you have money on the Hawk Army specifically because you can't. If you know who it is, you know that you have to pay money to recruit him. So make sure you're stocked up on gold for that. Okay, Khalil's here. I think we're good, honestly. I think it's all to where I want it to be. Yep, it's all good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to split this episode into two parts, like I said. This is part one. I'm gonna immediately go right on ahead and do part two. So I'll see you guys there. Peace.